All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go. 53 for Mike. Hey, Charlie. 51. Get up.
On second and 11 now. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 21. 53, check 53. It's just me and you. Smooth. Mike.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Set, 180. Watching you go. Run. Alert, 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 alert. Recon, 132 fighter.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Going deep downfield for Ross. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go, defense. 22.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Andrew Adams there to make the tackle. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Big stop, let's go. Check 99, check 99, 58.
From the shotgun, Ryan. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Gun.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Point it right.
Mike's 50. Yeah, let's get set.
Hey, zoom.
First down, Mayfield. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
50, check back 50. Real. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mayfield. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
54, South! Hey, wahoo!
51's the mic, 51's the mic.
Watch your eyes, 25.
Here's Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, 59, ready? Hey, exit.
From the 41, Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
51. Hey, my 7.
From the gun, Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Protein spills. Regular.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
52, Mike 52.
What's that?
Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Mike 52. Check.
Hurry.
52, Mike 52.
Done.
I'm trying to collect.
What's that?
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Done.
52's the mark.
What's that?
52. 3 buzz.
What's that?
Where's 52? 52 is the mic.
My turn.
Get off the field.
My turn.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Pistol.
Let him know.
My turn.
Check safety.
My turn.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike.
Regular.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Hey, Haywood.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
King. Alert. Hey, echo.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half. when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Daddy, you ready? 53 from White. I'm coming for you. Mine. Check. 53 from Mike.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch twist. Back. Check three. Hey, Sal.
From the gun, Ryan. And Ingram holds drills it in. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys to scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Tuesday. 53. Hey, box truck. Check. 53's mine.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Julian Edelman, 83 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch it. Wide, get wide.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Another carry now for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Back 25. Let's go, Let's go. Space. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Over. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Good track. Let him go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that one's complete to Gurley. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 7.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
80 weapons.
Again, it's Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Here's Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
You ain't doing it right. Point it right. Point it right.
Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down.
Go! Max 50, Max 50.
They'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Get on the point right here. Go like 50.
Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off by James Bradbury. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Touchdown.